evening, Lagos. Good evening, Nigeria. Happy weekend to you all. And I welcome you all specially to recap on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I am your host for the show, and my name is Faithfulness Woke. And I have here with me Dr. Peter Anasike, our in-house analyst on today's program. Doctor, please say something to the listeners.
Good afternoon, Nigerians. Good afternoon, anywhere you are listening from.
Yeah, we are greeting everyone that is listening to us, whether you're in Nigeria or abroad. We are greeting you with a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to the show. Yes, like we all know, we are taking it down here to 6 p.m. So by 5, I'll be opening the studio line so you can join in the conversation. So let's get started. We are streaming live on YouTube at VOP Live 90.3 FM. So if you want to see the faces behind the mics, just go there. You will see us right in the studio. You all know how we do it on recap. We look at the stories that made headlines during the week. It's a way of keeping you updated with the news. Now let us dive into the stories of today. The first story of discussion says, come 2027, there's going to be an endorsement of Sheikh Tinubu, divine call for leadership. And this statement was made by CONYL. That's the Coalition of Nigerian Youth Leaders. The second story we're going to be looking at says 4.23% GDP growth validates Tinubu's reforms. This statement was made by Sunday Dare. The third story we're going to be looking at is Nigeria cannot continue burying men in uniform. Obi laments. The fourth story says murder of Enugu Catholic priest. Police arrested 8 suspects, intensify manhunt. And the final story we're going to be discussing this evening says Tinubu's government is worse than any Nigerian military regime, and the statement was made by RFI. Now let us go down to the details. Don't forget, by 5 o'clock, I'm going to be opening the studio line so you can join in the conversation. You can give us your contributions, and if there is any kind of confusing part for you, you can also ask questions. We're here for you. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Now let us dive into the details of the story. The first story we're going to be analyzing this evening says 2027, come 2027, endorsement of Sheikh Tinubu is a divine call for leadership. The Coalition of Nigerian Youth Leaders, CONYL, an umbrella body representing youth groups from across all 6 geopolitical zones, has described its endorsement of Sheikh Tinubu for the governorship of Lagos State in 2027 as not a political statement but rather a divine call to leadership. In a statement issued by Nigerian Tribune, by the President General of CONYL, Comrade Goodluck Ibem, he said that endorsement of Sheikh Tinubu is in recognition of his vast experience, unyielding integrity, and dynamic vision for Lagos State. He said, "We stand united in our belief that he possesses the essential qualities required to guide our beloved state towards greater heights. His proven track record of leadership, dedication to public service, and commitment to community development set him apart as the right choice for his eminent position." Now, he said, Sheikh Tinubu embodies the principles of integrity and competence, offering a fresh and inspiring approach to governance. So, Doctor, what's your take on the story this evening?
The issue is this: everybody is forming a group association, just calling it any name, just to get money from people. Understand? And this is one of them. This is one of them because the issue: where has Sheikh Tinubu lead? Where has he shown that leadership quality? The answer is no. And what is paining me most is bringing God's name into it. Understand? That the endorsement is divine, which means God's approve. So this shows you that this is a group of scammers. This shows you that this is a group of scammers just maybe maybe Sheyi Tinubu has given them money, and they now call themselves Congress of Nigerian Youths. Maybe this could be 2 or 3 people. So the issue is, I'm not disputing Tinubu running for, Sheyi running for governorship. He is qualified, understand, by age. He is qualified by age. And in America, when George Bush Sr. was the president of the United States, his son was governor of Texas. The other, understand me, 2 of his sons were governors when he was president. But the issue is this: they got that on merit, not by sycophancy. Understand? George Bush Sr. as the president never influenced their son to become governor of Texas. They became that governor, Florida and Texas, based on merit, based on their own achievements. Understand? Not that their father helped them. No. So, but Nigeria is a different situation. Now, people are carrying family names because they have nothing on they have no track record on their own. So they want to get something based on their father's name. So what they concocted, because that's what they did. What they concocted was because for Sheyi to run, he's running on the influence of his father, not based on his own achievement. Because I've not seen what Sheyi Tinubu has done or has achieved. But now saying what makes it more criminal is saying that it is divine. That's bringing God's name into it. So, as I said in there, he has every right as an adult to run for the governorship of Lagos State, and even to run as a president.
This CONYL, how influential are they in the Lagos State politics?
This is just a group of scammers looking for who to get an envelope from.
So it's not a popular group.
Have you heard that name before? Have you heard that name before? And that name, what concerns him with who becomes governor of Lagos State? So just people, just forming associations that to collect money from politicians.
How do you think the youth in general will react to this?
No, they are not going to react anyway, because one, youth organizations have been messed up. Even the NANS, National Association of Nigeria Students, is also messed up, because now NANS is now politicized. Some belong to APC, some belong to the oppositions. Understand? So for me, and the way the youth are going, they can even be more deadly than the elders that we have now. The way they are going, the way they are scrambling for peanuts instead of building integrity. So you can see when they say that it is divine, that shows you that them don't have integrity. Them that sign that endorsement don't have integrity. And when they start this way, if you give them opportunity, they will steal all the money in the country. So for me, that's because I have looked back and forth. I'm not seeing any hope in this country, because the youth that you feel who have done better. They are not showing that capacity at all, at all. Imagine Yahaya Bello should have been that a youth candidate because he was the youngest governor in his set. That's the 2015 set. But he is among the worst governors, which means if somebody, people like Yahaya Bello should be president, I prefer Paul Biya, who is in his 90s, to become president. So this is example of what you are going to see in the future. When this kind of people who are using God's name to beg for money, to dupe politicians, when they become, maybe when they go into political offices, imagine what they would do. And it's very, very unfortunate.
If you're just joining us, this is Recap on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And here we're looking at stories that made headline. Of course, we just finished discussing the first story, which says, endorsement of Sheikh Tinubu come 2027 is a divine call for leadership. And the statement was made by the coalition of Nigerian youths leaders. Now we're going to go to the second story this evening, but before that I want to still remind you that by 5 I'm going to be opening the studio line so you can join in the conversation. You can give your contributions on the stories which we are discussing this evening. To the second story, which says 4.23% GDP growth validates Tinubu's reforms. Now this statement was made by Sunday Dare. Special Advisor, Media and Public Communication and spokesperson to the President, Sunday Dare, has said the expansion of Nigeria's gross domestic product by 4.23% in the second quarter of 2025 validates President Bola Tinubu's reform programs. The National Bureau of Statistics, in its Q2 2025 GDP report released on Monday, said the latest GDP shows the country's economic growth rate is stronger than the 3.48% recorded in Q2 2024 and the 3.13% posted in Q1 2025. The presidential aide framed the figures as early confirmed that policy measures introduced by the Tinubu administration are beginning to produce results. He said the National Bureau of Statistics, in the last report on economic output released today, that was on Monday, for the second quarter 2025, says the gross domestic product grew by 4.23%. This latest NBS figure has again validated the validity of the reforms across sectors under President Bola Tinubu. Now, he said these adjustments significantly increased Nigeria's nominal economic output and improved its debt sustainability indicators. As of March 31st, 2025, Nigeria's total public debt stood at 149.39 trillion, comprising 78.76 trillion in domestic borrowings and 70.63 trillion in external debt. Doctor, please analyze this story.
Well, that to start with, when something that I believe in going behind the news, I always like going behind the news. One, who is in charge of MBS? That's Nigeria. That's Bureau of Statistics. He is one Adeyemi. We can start from there. He is one Adeyemi. So, and I cannot believe what an Adeyemi says about Tinubu. I cannot believe what one Adeyemi says about Tinubu, because already the sentiment is there. It is this Adeyemi that came out with a report that that Nigeria unemployment is 4.2%. This National Bureau of Statistics person, that Nigeria unemployment rate is 4 point something. Why over 80 million Nigerians have no job? So this man has politicized our statistics. He has politicized our data to give impression that his senior brother or his father is doing well. Understand? So saying that Nigeria is doing well, a country is doing well, and the people are not doing well, does not make any meaning. Because people will first of all start doing well before a country starts doing well. What makes up a country? The aggregate of people from their different homes. Understand? It is the people that makes up a country. So for a country to start doing well, the people will first of all start doing well. But are Nigerians doing well? The answer is no. Has the price of anything fallen down? The answer is no. So that your GDP is increasing, how does it affect the common man on the street?
Yeah, that was what I wanted to ask. What is the impact of this growth in the life?
Understand me? How does it affect the common man on the street? Has it brought down the cost of things in the market? The answer is no. Has it brought down the cost of transport? The answer is no. Understand? Has it brought down school fees? The answer is no. That your foreign reserve is increasing. How does it affect the man in Dubai market in Ibadan? How does it affect the man at Ariariaba or Ochanja market in Indonesia? Understand? So it does not make any meaning. What all they are doing is audio promises, and they're giving audio results, something that you cannot verify. Listen, I don't need to watch TV or to read newspaper to know if the country is doing well. If I feel my stomach and it is empty, the country is not doing well. So I don't need Bayo Ononoga, Sunday, Dare, what are their names, that will tell me about my country. Your sense organs will tell you whether the country is going on the right direction or not. So he just wants to show that his principal is doing something while actually nothing is happening.
So you mean there is no GDP growth rate at all?
No, even if there is, how is it impacting on the life of average Nigerians? Has the price of transport come down? The answer is no. Has the price of fuel come down? The answer is no. Nigerians are still passing through hell. So that your GDP is growing should impact on the life of the people. Your GDP is growing, and you want to put a 5% tax on fuel. Your GDP is growing, and you are still borrowing money.
Yeah, I would have loved you to analyze this particular borrowing, domestic borrowing part and external debt.
So, for somebody who is what they are telling you is that they can borrow. That's a simple what they are telling you, that their GDP is growing, so they can borrow. But anybody who understands economics, basic economics, there's a difference between growth and development. Growth doesn't concern the citizens of a country. What concerns them is development. Development is about the welfare of the people. Development is about the well-being of the people. Okay, an instance, your GDP is increasing. The question is now, What is the per capita income of average Nigerian? This should be all the question that to ask. What is the per capita income of average Nigerians? Most Nigerians are living below $1 per day. Most Nigerians are living below per dollar a day, and that's $1 a day. And just like what I said the other time, in UK, their minimum wage 1 hour is 12.5 pounds. 1 hour is 12.5 pounds. And if you convert to 12.5 pounds to our own naira, it gives you about 30,000 naira. And that's what they earn per hour. But here, they manage that to give you 60,000 naira, or that's in a month, which means what they earn in 2 hours is what Nigerians earn in a whole 30 days. So the question is, Sunday Dade should tell Nigerians what their per capita income is. That's what they should tell Nigerians. And this is how we determine whether a country is doing well or not. Government is about the people. And anything that is not impacting positively on the life of the people is not right. So that your GDP is now the fastest growing in the world, and Nigeria is suffering, does not make any meaning. Does not make any meaning. So Nigerians need to hear that rice is now selling at 30,000 naira per bag. Nigeria need to hear that the fuel is now going for, let me say, 400 naira per, understand? Liter. Nigeria need to hear that prices of things are now coming down. That's when we will know that this government is doing something, and not when you are suffering them. Because their 5% tax thing is going to increase prices of things by 25%. So suffering is going to get worse from next year. And World Bank said that poverty will worsen by 2027 in Nigeria. So these people have no capacity to do anything. Understand me? They have no capacity to do anything. They have run out of ideas. Even to start with, they just come to rule. They just come to rule and not to govern.
All right, if you're just joining us, this is Recap on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And as you know, we are discussing the stories that made headlines during the week, of which the first one we discussed was from 2027 endorsements of Sheyi Tinubu is a divine call for leadership, and the statement was made by CONYL. The second story, which we just finished discussing, says 4.23% GDP growth validates Tinubu's reforms, and it was made by Sunday Dari. Now this leads us to the third story this evening, which says Nigeria cannot continue burying men in uniform. Obi lament. Now before that, don't forget, by 5 I'm going to be opening the studio line so you can join in the conversation. Let us go run through the story. Former Anambra State Governor and 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has condemned the killing of security personnel in Benue State, saying Nigerians cannot continue burying men in uniform without addressing the root causes of insecurity. Obi's statement on Tuesday followed the deadly ambush at Agu Center, Batula, Berev Council Ward of Katsina, Ala local government area. I don't know if I pronounced that well.
Castananda.
Okay. Where no fewer than 16 security operatives were found dead after suspected armed herdsmen and local militia gangs attacked a joint team. Several personnel remain missing, while survivors sustained injuries. Trucks conveyed the operatives conveying the operatives were also burnt, and motorcycles were carried away by the assailants. Peter Obi lamented and said, over the past weeks, the country has been thrown into mourning yet again with the reported tragic killings of our security personnel. The casualty ranges from our gallant soldiers to members of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps to our brave policemen and even community vigilante members. Our men and women in uniform have paid the ultimate price in the line of duty, dedicating their lives to the safety and stability of our dear nation, he wrote. Obi urged political leaders to see the recurring attacks as a call to strengthen the country's security system. Now, paying tribute to the victims, Obi wrote, to every fallen hero, may your soul rest in perfect peace. Your sacrifice and patriotism will never be forgotten. And to the families left behind, you're not alone. May God continue to provide you with strength and comfort. Doctor, please, your analysis is needed on this story.
The primary role of any government is protection of lives and property. That's the number one.
Yeah.
Protection of lives and property. And I know that in 2014, Tinubu told Jonathan, when Jonathan was the president, if you cannot provide security, resign. That was what Tinubu told Jonathan in 2014. If you cannot provide security for Nigerians, resign. And when Jonathan imposed the state of did a state of emergency in 3 states in the northeast, and that's Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa. Tinubu said that Jonathan is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, so that Jonathan should not hold those governors responsible. That it is he that is weak. That was what Tinubu told Jonathan in 2014. And today, we are now having far worse security situations. Today, we are now having very far worse security situation. That's what is known as Thomas Hobbes' concept of state. And this Thomas Hobbes' concept of state means a state where life is brutish and short. And that's what Nigeria has become. A typical example of Thomas Hobbes' concept of state. Yesterday, in Zamfara, people were killed and kidnapped, and some were killed in a mosque yesterday. So it has become that a daily occurrence. And Tinubu did not want to resign, as he told Jonathan. Even nobody's even telling him to resign. So everybody has become deaf and dumb. So the issue is this government has no answer to the insecurity in the country, because that is their primary role, providing security first of all. Because when somebody cannot have a peace of mind, there's nothing else that he can do, because everything starts from the mind. When you cannot sleep with your 2 eyes closed, there's nothing you can do. So that's why Nigeria is not moving forward. So when they tell you that their GDP is doing this and that, what is bringing about those GDPs? What is bringing about those? Anywhere there's insecurity, there cannot be peace. Anywhere there's no peace, there cannot be development. So whatever statistics that they bring to you, it is fake. Ask yourself, what input will not determine output? What is the input that will bring growth to the country? There's nothing.
But, Doctor, do you think citizens should devise means of protecting themselves, since the governments are not doing something about
If I should be protecting myself, I will stop paying tax to government because I'm paying tax to them to protect me. I'm paying tax to them it's my responsibility to pay tax to government. It is the responsibility of the government to provide security for me. So if I should now be catering for my security, I should stop paying tax. I'll use that money to hire bodyguards. Understand me? So if it has gotten to the stage of I providing security for myself, there's no need paying tax anymore. Why am I paying tax to government that cannot provide the security for me? So Tinubu swore to provide security for the country. And that's why he have that title, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. So if he cannot provide security, then if we are 200 million Nigerians, 200 million Nigerians will start answering a commander-in-chief. Because if I'm providing security for myself, I'm also my own commander-in-chief. So they should live up to expectation. About a week ago, I saw in Castena where they were negotiating with, government is negotiating with bandits. And the bandits came with their AK-47, came with their rocket launchers, came with their sophisticated weapons, boldly, marching with assault rifles. Understand? All kind of sophisticated weapons. They come openly, and they negotiated with government. And they were also allowed to go into the forest with those weapons. I've never seen that since I was born. Bandits coming with their rifles, sophisticated weapons, rocket launchers. That they are coming to negotiate for peace. Some of them has murdered more than 200 people, 300 people. They negotiated. And they still carry their arms back into the forest. The other day, Sheikh Gumi warned soldiers, don't provoke terrorists. Sheikh Gumi warned soldiers, don't provoke terrorists. It's a warning. Understand? So imagine I telling Nigeria soldiers, don't provoke IPOB. Don't annoy IPOB.
Okay, now, Doctor, concerning Peter Obi, I went through the story on X, and citizens were actually lamenting. They were saying their fear is that this Nigeria doesn't care if you have a reasonable leader. What happens when he actually gets into power and some corrupt cabal surrounds him? And there were also other questions that said, how will you remain grounded and invested in the affairs of the country? Can you help us, give us some answers to these questions?
One, you cannot curb insecurity where there is bad governance. So these people don't have the answer to the problem of insecurity in the country. Once there is bad governance, there must be insecurity.
Oh, I'm talking about in the Peter Obi aspect now. If he's being elected into power, like, will he still be surrounded with this same corrupt cabal? Will he remain grounded and invested in the affairs of the country? Never shaking.
The issue is this. One, a president is like a coach. A president cannot know everything, but it is his responsibility to spot talents that will help him to get what he wants. That's picking the right people. So this is what makes that a leader. Being able to spot talents. Success is about teamwork. It's not an individual thing. Understand? But you must have the capacity to pick the right people. You must have the capacity to pick the right people. When you pick based on sentiment, there's no way you can get results. When you pick the wrong people, when you pick because of nepotism, because of sentiment, because this guy has been loyal to you, there's no way you can get a result. And that's how these people picked their own, those that are working with them. They were not picked based on merit. They were not picked based on merit. I can proudly say under Olusegun Obasanjo, we had an Okonjo Iweala. We had then Obi Ezekwesili. We had that's when Soludo was Soludo. These are not politicians. Understand me? These are not politicians. These are people who are picked based on merit. Because Obasanjo called Okonjo Iweala and said, pick for me who will be my governor of central bank. Obasanjo did not pick Soludo by himself. He called Okonjo Iweala because having been in the World Bank, pick for me who will be the central bank governor. And Okonjo Iweala picked Chukwuma Soludo. Understand? But when you are behaving like an emperor, you know everything. Nothing will work under you, and that's why nothing is working. So under Obasanjo, we had an Okonjo Iweala. We have Obi Ezekwesili. Even the Obi Ezekwesili made his own mistakes by trying to sell unity schools, which is a very bad idea. Then we had Soludo, who helped that to stop failed banks, because before then, people were using banks to do 419. Every family wants to have a bank of their own. Today, you can open a bank. People will begin that to deposit money. Deposit after a year. You say that bank has gone liquidation. You close it. Go and open a different bank. So all the money there is tied. But Soludo brought this idea of big banks that cannot easily fall, which is a good thing. So then under Jonathan, we also we had Akinwumi Adesina. We also have Okonjo Iweala. But under what's his name? Under Buhari, from A to Z are shoe shiners. Under Buhari, for his 8 years in office, no single above average person. And in Tinubu's government, no single above average person. Because they were all appointed based on sentiment and nepotism. So that's why the country is not moving forward. Now, when the chief of army staff must come from your village, the inspector general of police must come from your village. You are appointing 4 ministers from one particular state, while Constitution said a minister each from the 36 states of the country. You are appointing 4 ministers from one particular state. Ogun State has four senior ministers, while Southeast as a whole has 1 senior minister, Dave Umahi. After Dave Umahi, every other minister is a junior minister. So you can see there's no way a government can move forward under sentiment. Understand me? So that's why when they tell you that they are making any progress, ask them, let them show you what they have done. All they will point at you is audio.
All right, if you're just joining us, this is Recap on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Here we give you stories that made headlines during the week. And we just finished discussing our third story. I'm going to read out the first story we discussed this evening, which says, Come 2027, endorsements of Sheikh Tinubu is a divine call for leadership. And the statement was made by CONYL. The second story says, 4.23% GDP growth validates Tinubu's reforms. The statement was made by Sunday Dari. The third story, which we just finished discussing, says Nigeria cannot continue burying men in uniform. Obi laments. Now we are going to the fourth story this evening, which says murder of Enugu Catholic priest. Police arrest 38 suspects. Intensify manhunt. Don't forget, by 5 o'clock, I'm going to be opening the studio line so you can join in the conversation. So tune in and sit tight and continue enjoying the program. Now let us go down to the fourth story, which says murder of Enugu Catholic priest. Police arrest 38 suspects. Intensify manhunt. The Enugu State Police Command says it has arrested 38 suspects in connection with the murder of Reverend Father Matthew Eya of the Nsukka Catholic Diocese, while intensifying efforts to track down the assailant. Father Eya was killed on the night of September 19, 2025, along Eha Ndiago Eha Etiti Road in Eha Lumonu community, Nsukka local government area. Doctor, I hope I got.
He had no money. Those people will quarrel with you.
We should not quarrel with me. I'm not from that place.
He had no money, and the name is Eya. Eya, not Eya. Eya.
Eya. Very sorry for that, Eya. Okay. In a statement on Sunday, the police public relations officer SP Daniel Ndukwe said the Commissioner of Police CP Mamman Bitrus Giwa has ordered an intensified manhunt for the killers. He disclosed that operatives under the Udenu area command carried out bush combing operations and raids on identified black spots, leading to the arrest of 38 suspects and the recovery of incriminating exhibits. The suspects are currently undergoing screening. CP Giwa commiserated with the family of the late priest and the Catholic Church, assuring that the command will leave no stone unturned in ensuring the perpetrators are apprehended and brought to justice. Doctor, what are you going to say about the story?
Well, for me, may the soul of the priest rest in peace.
Amen.
But from the police angle, this simply shows people who don't know their job. It shows the people who don't know their job. Okay, they have arrested 39 people, are still hunting for the perpetrators. They have arrested 39 people and still have not found the people that murdered the priest.
That means the people they arrested
are innocent. So you see it. And again, I don't even believe them when they say that they found incriminating evidence. If they found something worth mentioning, they would have mentioned what they found.
Yeah.
Okay, about 2 weeks ago, Charlie Cake was killed in America. Do you know, within 24 hours, for 24 hours, he was picked up. How many people were arrested? Just 2 people. That's the murderer and 1 person. They got that person, do their screening. It is not him. The next person was the culprit, and the culprit confessed that it was him, and his father also confessed that it was his son. Understand me? So the person the person that shot Chandikik within 24 hours was arrested. And Chandikik was in a gathering making speech when he was shot. If it's in Nigeria, everybody there would have been arrested. Everybody in that gathering, even if there are 1 million, will have been arrested. Then police will now tell them, start bending yourself. So it will have become an avenue for them to make money. Now, these people are telling you that 39 people have been arrested and that manhunt for the killers are still ongoing. Then what are you doing with the 39 people? And these people now are going to be tortured. Understand? They are going to be tortured, and somebody there might use out of fear and admit. They will now say, we have found them. They will now say, we have found them. And those 39 people, their families, they are going to bail themselves from where they are. One, they have caused a problem for those people. One, they have caused a problem for their family. Understand? They have brought a bad name to the. In Nigeria, we don't sue. That's our problem. We don't sue, and that's a very big problem, because one, somebody who has been arrested for murder, the news will go around everywhere that this person was arrested for murder. Whoever is doing anything with him will stop. So he's going to lose business. Even if it's a student, the school might expel him. That we don't want such a person in our school. Meanwhile, he is innocent. So you are announcing proudly that you have arrested 39 people, and the manhunt for the perpetrators are still ongoing. Can you see how stupid these people are?
Okay.
So, for me, this is a classical case of incompetency on the part of the Nigerian police. And this is exactly what happened. When something happens now, everybody that they see there is a suspect. But there's no way somebody can shoot gun here and remain here. Understand? But when now something will happen now, 2 hours afterwards, police will come, begin to arrest people around there. How can you think that those who committed that crime will still be there? But they know what they are doing. They feel that the more people they arrest, the more money they make. They will tell you that bail is free, but you have to show appreciation. So what they are now using that to cover bail is appreciation. Okay? We know they collect money for bail, but you have to show appreciation. And they will mention money for the appreciation. So it's unfortunate for me. That's a medicine that's of the priest. Rest in peace.
Amen. So, Doctor, do you think the Catholic Church in Rome will do anything about this incident?
What are they to do? The Catholic Church is not the commander-in-chief. Understand? So do you now want the Catholic Church that to raise their own army? No. So it's a pitiable situation that we find ourselves.
If you're just joining us, this is Recap on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and here we discuss stories that made headline during the week. I'm gonna read out the stories once again. Don't forget, by 5 o'clock I'm gonna be opening the studio line so you can join in the conversation. The first story we discussed is come 2027 endorsement of Sheikh Tinubu divine call for leadership, and the statement was made by the CONYL. The second story says 4.23% GDP growth validates Tinubu's reforms. Sunday Dare made this statement. The third story says Nigeria cannot continue burying men in uniform. Obi lament. And the fourth story says murder of Enugu Catholic priest. Police arrest 38 suspects, intensify manhunt. We're going to go to the final story for this evening before I'll be opening the studio line. So get ready to give your contributions on the stories that have been discussed this evening. The final story says El-Rufai said Tinubu's government is worse than any Nigerian military regime. Malam Nasser, right?
Nasir
El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State, has alleged that the government of President Bola Tinubu is worse than any military regime Nigeria has ever experienced. Speaking when he hosted former Vice President Atiku Abubakar at the weekend, El-Rufai described the Tinubu government as a disgrace to democratic ideals. Atiku paid a solitary visit to the former governor over the attack, which happened during the inauguration of the African Democratic Congress (ADC) in Kaduna State. El-Rufai and the Kaduna State government were locked in heated arguments over the incident, with each side accusing the other of being responsible for it. Now, in his response, Atiku applauded El-Rufai and appealed to opposition leaders to remain focused and ensure that Tinubu is voted out in 2027. Anyway, I know you are not the type of person who is scared to confront this situation. The more reason why we should come together to confront this situation, to make sure that, one, it doesn't happen anymore during the remaining part of this administration. Secondly, like you said, we send them out by 2027, not through any other thing else, but through ballot box, Atiku said. Doctor, give your thoughts on this story.
Well, the issue is this: we are no more practicing the democracy in the country. What we are now practicing is autocracy.
Wow.
So democracy does not simply mean wearing agbada or wearing suit. Democracy is about the freedom of the people. That's what democracy is all about: the well-being, the welfare, and the freedom of the people. So you cannot say that you are practicing the democracy while you are afraid of saying of criticizing the government. It is not the democracy. It is not the democracy when you are not free to go from point A to point B. So, and it is not democracy where there's no development, because another name for democracy is development. So right now, people are free to speak. People are free to speak because when you criticize government, DSS is there waiting for you. They are attacking dogs like Reno or Mockery. I don't know. Fanny Kayode have been very quiet of recent. I don't know. Then Daniel Bawanda and others. So, and it is not the democracy when the judiciary is not passing judgment based on evidence before the court. It is not democracy when INEC cannot conduct a free, fair, credible election. It is not democracy where some people are treated better than the others. So when you check all these things, you will know that what we are practicing in Nigeria is autocracy. Because right now it is only the executive that is functioning. The National Assembly has become a department in the executive. The judiciary has become a department in the executive. So it is only the executive that is functioning, which means there's no more separation of powers. And that means what we are practicing is autocracy, not democracy.
There was a comment on X concerning this story, and this comment says, when even those who once defended the system are now admitting the truth. This person is talking about El-Rufai, that was once an APC member. Things have gone beyond bad. If a democracy starts feeling worse than military rule, then has it not failed its own purpose?
Well, the issue is this: democracy is a very weak system. Understand? But it is not always about a system. It is about those who are behind that system. Democracy is a system, if well practiced, will bring out all the best in people. Understand? Just like an instance, the Bible, pastors use it. Understand? Good pastors, bad pastors also use that same Bible to commit fraud, to dupe people. So it's not really about a system, it is or the people behind that system. So corrupt people have corrupted the democracy.
So, Doctor, do you think this story actually will spark and motivate the public to vote wisely come 2027, or will it bring about negative feedback and criticism from the general public?
No, if you 2027 is coming, if you feel that voting your senior brother is what you want, tell your senior brother to build a filling station for you, build a market for you. Understand? So that you will not suffer what other people are suffering. But it will be stupidity on your own part to vote based on sentiment. Understand? And you are still suffering what other people are suffering. Do you understand that? It will be stupidity on your own part that you vote based on sentiment, vote on this is my brother, this is my sister, and you still go back and begin to suffer what other people are suffering. Just like those that voted in 2023. Understand? So they are not enjoying more than me that did not vote for their candidate.
I'm asking this question on behalf of El-Rufai because so many comments on the X on the story was actually, should I say, kind of bad, because they were like, he voted and campaigned for Tinubu before he became president, and now he's doing all this because he wasn't selected by the city.
Saul later became Paul. Understand me?
Yeah.
Saul later became Paul. Maybe he has had a change of mind. Understand? So I believe that whatever. So Saul later became Paul.
So later became Paul. All right. If you're just joining us, this is recap on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Yes, it is 5:01. Yeah, this is 5:01. I'm going to be opening the studio line so you can join in the conversation and give us your thoughts on the stories that were just discussed this evening. I'm going to read them out again before I'll call the number. The first story says, come 2027, endorsement of Sheikh Tinubu is a divine call for leadership. And this was said by the CONYL. The second story says 4.23% GDP growth validates Tinubu's reforms. Sunday Dare made this statement. The third said Nigeria cannot continue burying men in uniform. Obi laments. The fourth story says murder of Enugu Catholic priest. Police arrest 38 suspects, intensify manhunt. And the final story, which we just finished analyzing this evening, says Tinubu's government is worse than any Nigerian military regime, and El Rufai made this statement. Now the number to call is 0700 903 903 903. It is time for us to hear your voice. You can also send your messages on WhatsApp via the number 0817 175 6338. I repeat, 0817 175 6338. Hello, good evening to my first caller. I lost that call. Do well to call us back, and the number to call is 0700 903 903 903.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
My name is Joshua Poppins. I'm calling from Mokota.
Welcome, Joshua. Go ahead.
Let's start from the last story, Aerofy.
All right.
It's right. This Tinubu government is worse than the military regime. In as much as I do not pray and I do not wish that we go back to military regime, the Tinubu government is a disaster. Now, to the insecurity bedeviling our country with reference to Peter Obi's statement, in as much as I understand the plight of those soldiers and policemen, but I don't feel any pity for them, given to the fact that they are the people guiding these people in power. It is because of them these politicians act the way they act. And we've been clamoring for go to get a voter's card, go and get voter's card. Are you aware that the tribal sentimentality is happening in that this thing? I went to get my voter's card. I could not get it on, and I know where I registered the voter's card. I don't think this voting issue we are talking about, voters card, is not enough. Since they don't want to do electoral reform, we will know the manual way on how to handle this matter. Let me thank MC Chusta and Dr. Walking Talking. They sent a prayer to my mailbox. I want you to thank them for me.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Good evening, Mr. Anosike, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for calling in. They will receive your message. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, ma.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Your name and location?
Yes, my name is James IK, calling from Sangwater.
All right, IK, go ahead.
Yes, I want to thank that your man in the studio there. He's doing a great job. May God bless.
Amen.
Yes. For security, this one, please, this government, I see this government cannot do anything concerning security issue. The government who is negotiating with terrorists, how can they convince me that they are fighting terrorists? It's a lie. They know about it. I'm sorry to say this because you might think I speak somehow. They cannot do anything. Look at my state, the Benue State. I'm from Benue State. Look.
Hello? Hello?
Find out this kind of situation. This is the worst government so far. Let me tell you one thing, my sister. As I am now, my first son want to join Nigeria Army. He says it's the only force he want to join. I told him that in the team click, I told him that he cannot go. I told him, if that is the only thing, I will deny him as my son. I called the family against him, and I told him my mind. So this is the condition that we find ourselves. No one can die for anybody. The way we find ourselves in this country, this government cannot even do anything concerning security. I thank Peter Obi for what he said. And we will continue to bury our uniform man like this because the kind of government that we have. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your contribution this evening. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, welcome to the show.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. It's Obina calling from a cousin.
Okay, sir, go ahead.
For what Rufai said, it's true. Many Nigeria can testify of it. Some people that I know say about 80 years, 70 something years, they say for their own history about this country, they never see it this way. So concerning the that one is not by election again. If Tulumbu decided that his son will be a governor of Lagos State, what we do according to how normal now, we say to all those Bale and Oba and co and declare his son a winner of the election. And there is no democracy, as our brother has said. No nation that they are practicing what we are practicing in Nigeria called democracy. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your opinion this evening. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. For those calling on WhatsApp, I'm so sorry. I don't know, the network is really disturbing. It's really disturbing. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Faith.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the show.
I greet your analyst. Is that Dr. Tony Mbata?
Dr. Anosike.
Okay, the Anosike, sorry.
Yeah.
He is an excellent man. Talking about democracy, we don't need to go far because Yaya Bello had said it when he was addressing some group of demented men in Kogi State. He said we are not practicing, they tell us it's not democracy. So we don't need to go far to know that we are not practicing democracy in Nigeria. Then again, for somebody saying the endorsement of Tinubu is divine, that person has no fear of God, because we shouldn't bring God into this matter. When we know how they do their thing, they are grab and run and not serving a la carte. Then again, Sunday Gary reading out economic. Is it?
Sorry, sir, can you please adjust from that place? And it's noisy.
Okay, sorry. Sunday Gary giving us statistics of how the economy is doing. We can tell that to the Marines because we know that they are group of deceptors, liars like Ananias in the Bible. And then, which other topic am I looking at? Well, I have taken that. That's three. I'm all right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for calling in. Please, if you are in a noisy place, you are advised to shift so that we here can hear you out and the listeners also can hear what you are saying, and also move away from the radio set or off it. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my good sister.
Good evening, welcome to the show.
Yeah, this is everybody school calling from Ojo.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Dr. Anosike, I recommend you, sir. You are very good. You see, what Dr. Anosike is saying is true. What the picture of Nigeria. This is a man. Any government who wants to succeed, I'm saying it with proud. Any government who wants to succeed, we have this man as an advisor. That's my own. If you want to succeed as a government in this country, call this man as an advisor because he knows the route, he knows the wayo, he knows everything that Nigerians are doing. Everything. So what I'm just saying, suggesting, if it be, let him declare the party that is, let him leave that level. There's no light. There's no light in that channel. Let him join this ADC and let him be advised to Atiku. Atiku will get northwest, north south. Northeast. People will gather north central, gather northeast, gather south, gather southeast. If we make up a good number of votes, they will win. But Peter Obi to be the president candidate, how are you sure these Northerners will vote for him? How are you sure? Because Northerners always vote person whom they have tested. Like they tested good luck. That's why good luck, they vote for good luck. That's the way Northerners are doing. Let him serve a Northerner and let him sacrifice whatever that is his ambition and help to save Nigeria. Let him serve Atiku Abubakar. That's the only formula that APC is afraid. Right. Any other thing, Peter Obi being the president candidate, is nowhere. APC are not afraid of that one. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your opinion this evening. Thank you very much. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Please move away from your radio set. I lost that call. Move away from your radio set when you call or you off the radio. Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
I greet you. I greet you people all.
I greet you.
I greet you, Dr. Nnamdi.
Go ahead.
And in Nigeria today, everybody knows what is going on. We all know what is going on. My name is Oguche.
Okay.
Ogubaba.
Okay.
From Benue State. You cannot enter my state as I'm talking now. Killing everywhere. Everywhere killing. Not only my state, everywhere in this Nigeria now. Killing is everywhere. And the same people are fighting for 2007, how they call it.
2027.
The life of people doesn't concern these people. Every time propaganda. People that has ears, let them hear. We are all knowing what is happening in this country. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your opinion this evening. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. You can also send us your messages on WhatsApp. We are 0817 175 6338. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my dear.
Welcome to the
show. Correct?
Your name and location.
My name is Okoro. I'm glad to. I am very happy to have been listening to the program, the recap.
Thank you.
All the things, the things that you have read. To be honest with you, Dr. Arnold Sikia had done justice. When I use the word justice, he had done justice therein, because everything he said or the analysis he gave is fantastic. But where I want to say something is about the Sheyi Tulumbu. Some group of people say that is a divine call. Well, I want to say to them that I'm not in dispute. I'm not quarreling with them for what they said that it is a divine call. But they should be aware and very careful that God is not a man, that the scripture says that woe unto him that says when the Lord has not said anything. So they should be aware of that. If they are very sure that God has spoken to them, fine and clear. But if God did not say to them, they should know that their portion is what the Bible says, that woe unto that man who says when the Lord has not said anything. So that is my take.
Thank you.
Lastly, what Erofai said concerning the regime of President Tulumbu is only a blind man. What you can tell the blind man is there is no oil in the soup. You cannot tell a blind man there is no salt in the soup, because his tongue is there to have a taste of the soup. Yeah. So it's only a blind man that you can tell, that you can say that the regime or the government of Tulumbu is not a dictatorship. That is what we are seeing. Because since some people cannot view their mind, since people cannot, boldly said what the way they are feeling in this country right now. When you open your mouth to say something, the DSS is there to apprehend you. Police is there to apprehend you. If not care, they will kill you. No protest again, like what happened last year. Little children that come to protest to show their anger that they are dying in hunger. You see what happened? They charge them treason. So this is a country the situation we find ourselves, which is not good. And I want to say to them that they must be very careful, because when you push people to the wall, pushing them, it will get a point that when the people lose their grip, they will fall, and the situation will be very bad.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day too. Thank you so much. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Please move away from your radio set or off your radio.
Calling you from Ogun State. My name is Chief Eze KK. Okay.
All right, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. Please. The problem I'm having with Nigerians is that we talk a lot and there's no action. I am only sorry for Nigerians and sorry for the children unborn. This country, we find ourselves in the hand of murderers. The hand of murderers. The way people die in this country, honestly speaking, God is not happy. I'm only sorry for Nigerians. We can't say anything. But when you say against the government of the day, you're in trouble. They kill you like fowl. So, and this is what I think Nigerians want. Because we don't want to say the truth. They give a government to somebody who does not win election. They can treat any how you like. So let us face it. God bless those who believe in God. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your opinion this evening. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. You can also send us a message on WhatsApp or call via WhatsApp with the number 08171756338. Please move away from your radio set. Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Mr. Anofika, good evening.
Good evening.
This is John Legend calling from Moshi.
All right, so go ahead.
Yeah. When people make some statements like this, I ask myself, are they making it through their mouth or what? When people make some, I don't know how to refer it. Who said that Sheyi is a divine call? Who makes that kind of statement? Can a snake born a rat? A snake can never born a rat. Anybody that I don't know why people see us, we Nigerians, that we are, I don't know whether they thought we are stupid or we are illiterate or we don't even know what is good and what is bad. His father, look at the kind of quagmire we are facing today in Nigeria, where his father has put us into. And somebody is telling me that, say, why are we Nigerians like this? When we talk and they say that we are not supposed to make such a statement in national radio. And they are pushing somebody to the wall. How can somebody say that Tinubu is a divine God? For this kind of country we are into now, people are dying every day. And his father has put Nigeria almost in fire in a time bomb that everybody is suffering with hunger, frustration, education is zero, electricity is zero, everything tax is everywhere. And he's saying that somebody is still opening his mouth and saying that Jay is a divine call. That person, I don't want to curse that person, because I don't want to curse anybody. Yeah. Because what they are facing in this country is even bigger than, I don't know whether God has cursed Nigeria or whether we curse God. So that person should stop that stupid statement. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. We accept that you're angry, but please do not curse. Thank you so much for your opinion this evening. Please move away from your radio set or you switch off your radio. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
My name is
Name and location.
My name is Dene from Ikorodu.
Okay, go ahead.
The caller have just said that anybody that said anything against the present governor, the current government, they are always being apprehended and dealt with. I don't know if Anozika has been dealt with or what is it called? The other man, whether they have been dealt with, those who have spoken against this government, including Anozika himself, whether they have been threatened by the government before, because somebody said that anybody that said anything against the government will always be dealt with. Then again, I want to know, or let me say this, I think people have to be careful because they said that the PDP, APC is a devil party, is a bad party, and nobody should associate with this devil like APC, including Anosike himself. I don't think anything against the APC. Now, if the president is to the east, I will say that APC should not present Igbo candidate because Igbo will never vote for APC. So, and that's why the president will always salute Igbo. Even if it is so in 2031 or any other year that is taken to the south, definitely the APC will not present people, and the APC will rather present somebody from Yoruba again or even from the south. So before Igbo can become the president of this country, they are so kind of APC is a devil party. And for God's sake, there's any part, everybody just use political party as a vehicle. Even Jonathan can join APC to become president. Even if not taking Peter we can join APC, but they said APC is strong. So APC will never present Igbo, and that can Igbo become president.
Excuse me, I want to do a reaction.
Okay.
The issue is I did not really get what he was saying. But if he is saying that that an Igbo man can never become president of this country, he himself, that his brothers and sisters have become president, are they better than the Igbos? Are their life better than that of Igbos? So that Igbo man wants to be a president of Nigeria is just psychological. Others are ruling, we deserve to rule. And not that those who are presidents, that their life are better than that of Igbos. Understand me? That they have messed up the country. Igbos are not among those that are suffering the most, because the commerce is in our hand. And if you are draining oil, you cannot drink your oil. You must use it and buy something. And that money is going to the pocket of an Igbo man. So they should be reasonable. Let Tinubu rule from now to 100 years. Their life can never be better than that of the Igbos. This is what they should know.
Okay, the number to call is 0700 903 903 903. This is Recap on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Welcome.
Hello. Okay. Actually, it's Adi.
Yes,
Okay, both of you.
yes.
What happened to favor? Good evening.
It's Faith. Good evening.
Mr. Arnold speaking. Okay, good evening, eh?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Actually, I just want to make my own contribution
Your name and
concerning,
location.
I think. Okay, my name is Christian. I'm calling from Olivia Papa.
Okay. Can you
Now, this
please,
morning,
can you please
submission.
move away from that area you are? It's kind of noisy.
Okay. I've gone as them.
Okay, go
Are you
ahead.
hearing me now?
Yes.
Okay, let me just say this. Actually, I overheard some callers saying that somebody said Tinubu is a divine God. Truly, based on what we are experiencing or going through now, I know people might be angry, but you know, it's possible that somebody's father might be bad, and his child might not toe the same line. It's possible. You understand? Somebody's father might be bad, mother might be bad, but the son or the daughter might not toe the same line. But based on what is happening, if people said maybe the man of God is not correct, well, in a way, They might be what? They might be right. You understand? So this is just what I want to say concerning this issue. But if the man of God truly said it is God, the man should be very, very sure that it's God that was saying, because according to the scripture, Bible says, woe unto that man that say when God did not say so. If God placed a curse on any man, I don't think anybody of earth is able to do what? Remove that what? That curse. So God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your opinion this evening.
Excuse me. Sheyi Tinubu has every right to contest as a governor of Lagos State. He is qualified. He has all the necessary qualification, age, and so on and so forth. But my concern is that they must not say God said. They should not put God in this picture. Sheyi is qualified to contest as a governor. So nobody should now come to deceive people with God said or God did not say. Sheyi has every right to contest as a governor. He is qualified. So now you putting God there shows that that's why you, and that's what I'm against.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor, for that. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my sister. How are you?
I'm fine. Welcome to the show. Your name and location.
My name is Mr. Made, calling from Ejibu.
All right, Mr. Madi, go ahead.
May God bless Peter Nosike.
Amen.
So, my take is this. Like I called Esther yesterday, I was telling her that unless the North and the West want to deny us our rights from East, because in every other candidate that are parading themselves, P2B is more credible than all of them. And I have seen that if they fail to choose him, or from the Northern people or the other coalition, that means this is the reason why they don't want us to be there. Because I've checked the whole thing from the East, from the North, from the South, from the West. Other people have taken that slot, left for the Southeast only. And this time around, on gentleman agreement, they say, okay, this is for South. The North have taken that, on the South have taken that, the Southwest have taken much, the South Side have taken much, and the Southeast is a turn now. So if we are telling ourselves truth, the Southeast, and which is P2B, is more credible than all of them. They're supposed to rally around P2B. All these things that Atiku is doing. Even I've asked so many people from from Adamawa, they say Atiku can never be there. And whatever that is doing is for India P2B, instead of him to put P2B there and forward P2B so that other people will support him, then everything will go well. Let us understand ourselves. If we want to remove this man of the power, let us do it like that. Coming to Lagos State, I like what is happening to Sheyi coming to be as a governor here, because it's going to change the narrative of the Lagosians in a way. So everything that is going on, if we want to tell ourselves truth and be sincere to whatever we are doing, let the North, let the South, let the East, other coalition support P2B and fight for this thing so that we will get this thing easily. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your contribution this evening. Now, before I take more calls, I'm going to be reading out some of the WhatsApp and YouTube messages. First, let's go to the WhatsApp messages. Good afternoon, my sister and Dr. Anosike. My name is Kunle Major. I'm from Festac Town. Please, I want to ask a question as how come President Bush children became governor from Texas and Florida? I thought you can only become a governor if you are from a particular state in America, because they were governor of two different states from the same father.
Well, they don't do zoning in America.
Okay. Mr. Kunle, I hope you heard the answer to that question. Good afternoon, Madam Presenter is faithful, and your guest, Mr. Peter. He said, wherever that notion that says Sheyi Tinubu called for governor is coming from a group of sycophants that want to use that platform to extort money from Tinubu and his associates, people that have led their family successfully. Okay, people that have led their family successfully want to come and rule. Come to think of it, so Lagos State has become a kingdom where leadership has become hereditary. Ikemba from Mafoloku Oshodi. Thank you so much for your message. Okay, Mr. Anthony from Iyanikwaja, thank you very much for this message. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Good evening. Oh my God, this message is much. Okay, I'm gonna read one. Good evening, Dr. Anosike, my journalist of the year and faith. When is the purpose of a thing? When a purpose of a thing is not known, abuse or misuse is inevitable. The act of imposition of candidates on Nigerians makes them not accountable to the people, but their godfather. Not even the party. Case study Lagos, Edo, Kogi, Rivers. That is why there's no development and Nigeria is backward. All right, here you say in Abuja also you have rubber stamps in it, so they also said on this mandate they shall stand all institution compromised because of 2027 elections gain. It's a shame the worst of us is ruling the best of us. Thank you, Dayo from Lagos, for your message. This Uche from Mushin said, is it true that Simon Ekpa is out from prison?
The answer is no.
Okay, you heard that, Uche. Good evening to you, ma'am. Good evening to you too. What we are practicing in this country is not democracy, but kakistocracy. Wow, this word carry power due to
Kakistocracy is government of the thieves, by the thieves and for the thieves.
Wonderful. Due to paddy government. Ayobami Ojo from Ogijo, Ogun State. Thank you so much for your message. Good evening, Faithfulness and Dr. Anosike. If Atiku knows he truly loves Nigeria, he should support Peter Obi in 2027. Afterwards, if he desires, he could then contest in 2031 if God spares our lives. From Grace. Thank you so much, Grace. El-Rufai is okay. Despite his recent claims that 4 years isn't enough for meaningful economic achievement, Tinubu's progress speaks for itself. El-Rufai's inability to deliver Kaduna from Tinubu in the 2023 election doesn't undermine the president's strategic prowess. Tinubu's vision for Nigeria's growth is unwavering, and his leadership will navigate challenges to achieve greatness politically. Tinubu outmaneuvers opponent like Atiku, Amechi, Obi, Arugwasola, and others, proving his unmatched strategic brilliance. Apidin from Gwagada. Thank you very much for your message. Okay, this message is a long one. Said many of those who are shouting war cannot face tear gas. You people should be careful. All right, thank you so much for your message. Joining the military at this point seemed like a death sentence. Aside the fact soldiers complain of poor salary and hunger. If they are ambushed and killed by terrorists, they die for nothing. Because at the end, same terrorists would gather with military chiefs to discuss peace deal, and they leave unbothered to continue their atrocities. Now to the question Faith asked, which I've also asked severally, and Mr. Anosike didn't answer the question directly. But good, he said, under Buhari from A to Z are shoe shiners. If those shoe shiners are now in the ADC, as seen also with Peter Obi, if he wins, would his government not be filled with same shoe shiners from Buhari who have destroyed Nigeria? People have started making lame excuses for those individuals. A Malami, for example, who refused to release over 400 names of terror sponsor, or a Pantami that was accused of supporting terrorism, or an El-Rufai who, during his extremist regime, the people of southern Kaduna had no peace. How would Obi then function with these two shiners? Taye asked this question, Doctor. Any pastor or so-called man of God saying Seyi Tinubu is divine is paid to say it. Obi, Atiku, and Jonathan should join forces, work together to unseat Tinubu. Jerry from Ikeja, thank you so much for your message. Good greetings to you all. Greetings. Concerning Seyi Tinubu's matter, in as much as you've made money, Yorubas would rather be worshipping you instead of them trying to correct what is not going well in their places. Because as it is now, Igbos will never worship you because of your money. Talk more of at the same time to your son or whoever that's close to you, so Yorubas can decide to make President Tinubu their leader, and at the same time position his children in a very high levels where they'll be worshipping them till the end of the world. That's part of them. Godson from Lagos. Thank you very much for your message. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome to the show. Your name and location.
This MK Samakota. I want to greet Mr. Peter Anosike,
He's greeting
the
you.
king of our time. I greet you, sir.
Thank you so much.
I want to speak out something. You see, even Major Commissioner at that time, he won't bring the law as a governor, but he not come work for him. He people na youth, and he's working with the youth hand to hand. If you go mess up, maybe that was if you go mess up, I ain't sabi. Now when he's home, so they will reach arm with the part together. Understand? But for the one you they talk to, what's it called again? People they say all military will not go to the with their uniform. I support that man. That man, I swear, nobody will touch that man. And I pray, come 2027, whether they kill us, we kill them. If we didn't enter that power, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your contribution. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. I think I'm gonna be reading out some messages. Okay, let me answer this call before going ahead with the message. Please move away from your radio set.
I don't move away from my radio.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. Your name and
My name is Odnak. I'm calling from Eba.
can you go to a less noisy place, please?
People refuse to support P2B to rule. Let this man continue to rule us. Because I was a people for this rule us many years. If they refuse, after all, like the one, just let them support P2B to become president. So this Nigeria to better for Igbo, for Hausa, for Yoruba. P2B is a godsend for Nigeria. Forget that thing where some people they talk. Say, it don't lead the turn of P2B. Some people begin they talk, say P2B not the same. Or the P2B are said. The time where Turumbu did that, they say Turumbu are said. The time where the man where died now say, they said, I said, for that, for this Nigeria, P2B are confirmed said, where God give to us. If you are refused to vote for P2B to enter there, or Nigeria will continue suffer. And so I thought, but God be with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your input on today's program and story. Good evening, faithful. Peter Obi should be VP, Vice President to Atiku if they are really to unseat Tinubu and APC come 2027, because the type of religion and tribal politics Nigeria are playing can affect the chance of Peter Obi win the 2027 to win 2027 if he failed to be Atiku's VP. From Iwuoha Ikechukwu. Thank you for your message. Okay. Good evening, Faith. Good evening, and Dr. Anosike. Sheyi Tinubu is worse than his father. What that family know how to do is attack opposition parties with talks and electoral manipulation. 3 months ago, Sheyi gave Nigeria police money to beat up president of Nigeria Students Union because the guy refused to be compromised. Okay, if Sheyi become governor, Lagos will automatically be under control of political thugs and miscreant Chike from Apapa. All right, that is your opinion. Thank you for your message. Good evening, faithfulness. Okay, no name, and you're sending this message. Good afternoon, Madam Faithfulness. Good afternoon, ma'am. And our man of the year, Dr. Anosike, we appreciate him. All he's saying is right. I pray Nigeria should hear from people like him from Okoyemi as Ajao Estate. Okoyemi, thank you so much for your message. Faithfulness, even if I'm very, very sorry I'm pronouncing your name wrongly, don't be annoyed. Don't be annoyed. Thank you so much for your message. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, welcome to the show. Your name and location.
My name is Francis. I'm from Adamawa Boy, but I'm in Lagos now.
Oh.
So my aunt is say, in North and in everywhere. This is our leader. There are people that are causing problems from Nigeria. So when you talk about politicians that are causing problems, we have many problems. People are falling hunger. Like today, throughout, I never even drink water. I don't drink water because It's not good. People, my parents, where I live for village, we're not talking about only my parents. People's parents, they are dying because of poor life. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Yes, people are falling down, people are dying, but they don't care. But they are on to say they are persons for 2027 to win election. It don't make sense. Yeah? They have to, everything, they have to know how to do it because you cannot say you will win election 2027 and you know pretend it from now.
Thank you.
You understand? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your opinion this evening. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Please move away from your radio set.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is David from Ojota.
All right, go ahead.
So, this country, I don't know. I've been saying this right from time. The problem of Nigeria is tribalism. Tribalism and religion. That is a major problem we are facing in this country. And until we, the masses, knows that this is our problem, Nigeria will continue going down. Like, seriously. I'm very angry, like some kind of comment people do make, who come on air and be talking anyhow, like as if they are not in this country, as if they are not facing what we are facing. If, to be fair, everybody knows that it is time to allow the Igbos to rule this country. Okay, you don't want to allow Igbos to rule Nigeria for a reason best known to you. Then you that have been ruling this country, the tribes that have been ruling this country, how far? They have not been able to find out solution to the problem of Nigeria. Yet Nigeria is still going down every day. But we are just lying to ourselves, deceiving ourselves, suffering and smiling. So we are doing in this country, suffering and smiling. I have been saying this right from my childhood, right from when I was still tender age. I noticed the problem of Nigeria. I've been saying this to my friends. Tribalism and religion is just the problem. Thank you. That is my stake.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your opinion this evening. I'm going to be reading out the messages on YouTube. Amma Patrick said, good afternoon, my people. Good afternoon, too. Coleman Chidi, good afternoon, my own people. Good afternoon. OP12 OP said, Nigerian and movie theaters endorsing showing Tinubu. What a country where people sell their rights because of money. Precious women. All right, your message. Okay. Ngozika said, beautiful evening, our last born and doctor. Good evening to you, too. This last born. Bayo Fabri said, is this Oga comparing the standard of living in UK with Nigeria? Doctor, he said, are you comparing the standard of living in UK with Nigeria? Nope.
We are talking about what the Sunday Dare said, that our GDP is increasing. What should increase is the quality of life of Nigerians.
Okay. Fidelis said, good evening, Faith and Dr. Nosike. Please continue to come to the air, either television or radio station, to answer questions from Nigerians, or it's not constitutional. Thanks. Okay, thank you for your message. Ojebe AK said, when is this Nigerian noise going to end? When a country uses the name of God of heaven in vain, sorry is their name. Antonio Ogo said, I really love this beautiful. Okay, thank you very much. Anthony Ogo, thank you so much. Please, what is the name of the song title and artist name of this your Saturday recap theme song?
Well, it's the Oscar just before the rain.
Okay, Mr. Anthony.
Just before the rain is the song, and the Oscar is the artist.
Okay. Hope you got your answer. Emma Osegi said, true talk. Abidin said, constantly addressing issues with emotions and sentiment while exhibiting sadistic tendencies. Thank you so much for your English. Thank you so much for your message. Okay. El-Rufai is a confused and misplaced politician, despite his recent claim that 4 years isn't enough for meaningful economic achievement. Tinubu's progress speaks for itself. Thank you so much, Abidin. Thank you very much for your message. Tallest man said, tribal bigot is the problem of Nigeria. I don't know why we can't divide this country. All right, OJBK, Abidin. Okay, have you traveled? All right, this is you replying his message. Thank you so much, our YouTube family, for your messages this evening. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Let us take more calls before we wrap it up here on Recap. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, faithfulness.
Good evening, welcome to the show.
Cristiano Suke, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
You spoke. My name is Joshua Perkins. I called again.
Okay.
Just 1 minute.
Right, go ahead.
The case of Sheikh Tinubu. You remember the Obata issue now? How Tinubu reinstalled him and the brouhaha that went down. What he should pray is that his father survives 2026. If not, his ambition will not come to pass. You know, this government thing now, if this man should succeed, it means that we'll be running a family business now in Nigeria. Look at what happened to Trade Fair and the selective justice system, bandit negotiating with the federal government and state government, as the case may be, and they will come on radio and tell us that they are looking for them. All those lies and deceit, if they don't retract, there's going to be an implosion. We have not gotten to an equilibrium. If we get to an equilibrium where everybody feel the heat, I assure you, those people that is spanning the embers of these politicians, they have to turn their gun against them. And one last thing, I want to advise Nigerians, please, let us not fight ourselves, rather fight these politicians. Because they bring this tribal sentiment. It only works for them, it doesn't work for us. We see ourselves every day. We work with ourselves, and those people are just busy. They will appear to us, right, they are fighting. Right. But it turns out they are drinking tea.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you so much. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. We have just 5 minutes and then we can call it a day here on Recap, on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Let me read out some of the WhatsApp messages. Good evening, faithful and Dr. Anosike. Nigeria is not serious, perhaps. The level of hunger that will wake us up is still in the freezer. Wow. Secondly, he who is holding somebody on the floor can never get up. Okay. So like Anosike said, the Igbo man is used to the situation they are passing through long before now. The earlier they realize it, the better for the contraption. Eugene Mary from Ishari. Thank you so much for your message. Andy from North Korea is back. Hello, last born. Andy, welcome back. I hope you're in Nigeria now, still not in North Korea. No complaints today, just thanks and a laugh. Dr. Peter, well done. Last born, when are you coming for your North Korea?
North Korea is a beautiful country.
Oh my God, Andy, thank you so much.
Tell him to send you visa.
You heard that, Andy. Send me visa. Good evening, Mr. Nosike. Please, okay, I should be read. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's because your messages are much. I can't read all. I have other messages to read as well. So sorry. VOP, let Nigeria give Peter Obi 2 years. He will reposition this country. Utsonye from Orile. Thank you so much for your message. Good evening, faithful, once again. If Nigerians let Tinubu rule from generation to generation, Ndi Igbo can't be as poor as Rat Church. For those who are saying Igbo man can't be Nigeria president. For the religious leaders who are saying when God has not said, because of their stomach, infrastructure should not take God's name in vain. because of their stomach infrastructure, should not take God's name in vain, from Iwoha Ikechukwu. Thank you so much, Iwoha. Good evening to you, ma'am. Good evening to you too. This is how we complaining to Kingdom Come, because this is how our ancestors has been complaining even before 1960. What we need is total solution. Ayobami Ojo from Ogijo, Ogun State. Thank you so much. My name is Joval. Joval, I'm so sorry I couldn't take your call. There was no network on the WhatsApp calls. My greetings to San Anosike, his greeting too. We must avoid getting ourselves into tribal divisions. We must be focused as a people and together take back our country from these oppressors parading themselves as leaders. Together, let us all take back our country from them and give our country to one of us. We must ignore this narrative they keep pushing on us, the people. The only thing they want to do is to successfully divide us so that they can stay in power ultimately. We must come together, forget about tribe, and push them out with our votes. Tribalism is worse than racism. Thank you so much, Joval, for this message. Okay, still waiting for this message. Now I'm going to take this final call and then we'll call it a day here on Recap on Voice of the People Radio.
This is Ola from Sulere. I think thank you very much. North Korea is not good though, no good there, I beg. The people that are talking about tribalism, they are the one that is even making comment about tribalism. Look at track record and use it to vote, not because the person is from your area. That's what we are saying. So the person they are calling, they don't have any track record of Obi in Anambra. Nothing to show. So Anazike is just there to portray him as a good package fraud for us. So it's not somebody that we can vote as president. Doesn't have track record.
As you package Tinubu and you are now suffering, how
you
better off are you?
You can see that the economy has caught the corner.
On that, how better off are you? Who are you better than? Mr. Onda, who are you better than?
I am so sorry this is happening now.
Mr. Onda, who are you better than?
Oh, I'm so sorry this is happening this evening. Please, 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 please let us watch our language as we speak on this national radio. Thank you so much as you comply. I'm going to wrap it up here on Recap, Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Thank you so much, our listeners, for staying with us. For those that called, thank you so much and contributed one thing or the other. For those that sent their messages, thank you very much. For our YouTube family, thank you so much for being there with us. We appreciate your presence here. Thank you for being with us on Recap here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Dr. Anosike, please don't be upset this evening. Thank you very much.
No, that is suffering and smiling. What can he boast of? What can Honor of Surundere boast of? He's a shoe shiner.
All right, thank you so much. I wish to see you here next week, Saturday, by 4 to 6. See you and bye.
Voice of the People. Find your brand. Find your voice. When you see, come give me that. Jump up on my body like animal.
We are Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice.